As you know that I am already discussing about the obstetric emergencies. The causes which I have already discussed are the obstetric hemorrhage, postpartum hemorrhage, eclampsia, severe eclampsia and the complications, and the uterine rupture, amniotic fluid embolism, and also the one important cause which I have already the severe sepsis, and you have to manage with this. Just I have shown it because these patients, before it that these patients to be managed mm, mm, immediately in the ICU, and with the antibiotic coverage and monitoring with the invasive monitoring and everything, and vasopressor support, they have to be managed. Now this the left part is the obstetric trauma. You might get the patient in the emergency and you get the call for the patient having a trauma because of the road traffic accident or because of any accident, and patient develop the trauma with the pregnancy, and you have to manage this patient keeping in mind that you have to take the opportunity of golden hour, and within this golden hour time you have to save the life, especially the first 10 minutes, which is known as the platinum time, and you have to resuscitate your patient within and stabilize your patient within 5 minutes, and take the active management within 10 minutes of this stabilization and resuscitation. So according to this, I have made a chart algorithm. Whenever you get the trauma victim in the emergency department, you have to, according to the ATLS protocol, you have to resuscitate the patient, ABCD. You have to check airway ventilation and cardiovascular stability you have to achieve, provide the left atrial tail, and if you are suspecting hypovolemia, aggressive resuscitation is to be done, and take the two life, and if the patient having a raised ICP, and then maintain the cerebral perfusion. Any problem, Dr. Sandeep?
You continue, please. We are saying that we are
Achha.
getting.
Okay. Suppose in the meantime the patient develop the cardiac arrest, this should be done. The perimortem cesarean section to be done to save the life of at least and this fetus. Then the one very important this, cause of the obstetric emergency is the cardiac arrest. Sometime when the patient reach to the hospital from the faraway places, develop the cardiac arrest, and you have to manage as an anesthesiologist. So what are the causes of the patient who develop the cardiac arrest? There are the obstetric causes, especially the complication of preeclampsia and eclampsia, amniotic fluid embolism, or even the massive hemorrhage, and anesthetic complication may also sometime from the other place you will get the patient as a this cardiac arrest. There may be patient having a cardiomyopathy with the parturient patient with the cardiomyopathy, or you may get the pulmonary embolism or cardiovascular. With the cardiovascular diseases you will get. So incidents, how will you take care of this? There is a teamwork. So there is an important team that you have to uh, allocate the team, every member of the team, they work. There is a core team leader. There is a person who specifically manage the airway, provide the oxygenation and ventilation. One person especially allotted for the chest compression, and one person has to take care of the vascular access, and one person has to administer the drug, and one person has to prepare the drug also, and one has to record the each and every events, and obstetrician has to perform the immediate delivery, and pediatrician has to take care of the infant. So there's a lot of personnel they are required for the management of the cardiac arrest victim, and this is a dire emergency, and blue code has been already activated. And then how there is a question arises, how will you provide a left uterine displacement? There is a two-hand technique, or you can even displace the uterus with the one hand. So this is the one, sometimes this is asked the resuscitation of the cardiac arrest victim, especially the pregnant mother, where you have to do the displacement of the uterus. This is the two-hand technique, one and two-hand technique. So the algorithm for the ABCD survey, And then you have, as you are proceeding for the cardiac arrest victim, check responsiveness, activate the emergency medical system, and ask for the AED, and maintain the airway, provide the patent airway, and maintain the ventilation and circulate chest compression to be immediately without interruption to be started. And you have to ask for the defibrillator, and check the rhythm, whether it is a VFVT. If it is a VFVT, means it is a shockable rhythm and you have to give the shock. So secondary survey, ABCD, and in the meantime, you have to. So for the perimortem cesarean delivery, suppose you are getting a patient with the CPR with the uterine displacement, what is the guideline? If the patient having a less than 24-week gestation, then you have to continue CPR. And fetal consideration, they are secondary. If the patient having a more than 24-week gestation, then this to be done by the perimortem cesarean section within 5 minutes, 4 minutes of this cardiac arrest done. Suppose the patient is still not be able to resuscitate it, then direct cardiac massage or the bypass should be done within 15 minutes of this. So there is also a guideline in the 2020, this AHA. According to the AHA, you have to provide the high quality CPR. You might be knowing what is the high quality CPR. That is a push hard, push fast at the rate of 100 per minute without any interruption, adequate chest recoil, and with the ratio of 30:2. So you have to follow along with this high quality CPR. Defibrillator is also very much required, you immediately to be available. And you have to give the high flow of oxygen to the patient. And there are some changes they have done. What is that? Always secure the IV line in the upper part of the diaphragm, especially in the pregnant patient. And this compression to be done above the level of nipple in the pregnant patient. So this is the important in the pregnant patient. Or and also they have some news added is that they have put the ABCD, EFGH in the this ACLS protocol of the pregnant patient. Is A for the anesthetic complication you have to keep in mind, especially when you are dealing what are the causes or what are the which lead to the cardiac arrest. Always keep in mind the anesthetic causes or complication. Second is the bleeding may lead to the cardiac arrest. So you have to take care of this. Bleeding means hypovolemia. Cardiovascular means associated cardiomyopathy. And then you have to, accordingly, you have to manage. If any drug like local anesthetic toxicity, then it also be managed accordingly. If there is, you are suspecting embolic, then also. Fever and G, they have taken for G is the 4H or 5H and 5T. 5H and 5T, you might already have memorized it. 5H, you are know that hypoxia, hypovolemia, and hydrogen ion, and this hypothermia, hypo or hyperkalemia. T is the toxin, tamponade, and cardiac tamponade, and thromboembolism, coronary, and the pulmonary thromboembolism. So these are, and tension pneumothorax. So you have to keep all these 5H and 5T always in your mind, and during the management of this cardiac arrest victim, especially the tension pneumothorax and patient having history of trauma, then also accordingly you have to manage the patient and hypertension. So this is the nutshell of the obstetric emergencies. And thank you very much. And